Hello everybody and welcome back. I wanted to make this video about the full moon that's coming up. I was watching another video about the moon and like the new moon that's coming up on March 29th, I believe it is. And then I was inclined to kind of dig in about the moon and what's going on with it right now. Um, and I seen that the full moon is coming up. So the next full moon is only in 7 days, in a week. And it is called a worm moon. It is on March 14th, we will have the full moon, which is called the worm moon. And it's also going to be a blood moon, which is a lunar eclipse, which I found kind of interesting that I started digging into this, and then that's kind of what came up, is because like you guys know already that the moon is full of energy, and it controls a lot of what goes on with the energies in the world. We feel the energy. A lot of times my daughter wakes up and stays up most of the night on a full moon. So I was inclined to talk about the full moon that was coming up, and then I did a little bit of research on it because I'm not like an expert on the full moon, but as I was looking, I was surprised to see that it is an eclipse. And then as I was looking at it, it's also a full moon in Virgo, which is kind of crazy because I am a Virgo. And for the Virgos that are watching this, maybe it'll resonate with you a little bit. And I even, like, I have my moon cards with me. Some of you may have seen my unboxing of my Moonology Oracle cards. So I pulled out the card that says full moon in Virgo because I wanted to read out of the book the definition of what that was for you guys. I have not read it yet, but I wanted to share it with you guys to kind of share a message of that. So with the full moon, it is a time for reflection, change, and self-discovery. So when it's a full moon, a lot of people do take the time for self-reflection and like manifesting and stuff like that. So I was like, I've been getting a little bit more into this type of stuff where I'm trying to manifest things for myself as well. So this full moon on March 14th, take the time to reflect and make the changes that you need in order to move forward more positively and discover yourself somewhere. What's also cool is that this full moon is the start of Mercury retrograde. Mercury retrograde, which is March 14th to April 7th. And don't mind me with my notes because I had to write this down because I cannot remember it. Like I said, I'm not an expert on this stuff, but I have been studying a little bit about it and I wrote some notes down for you guys. So, what the Mercury retrograde means is time to slow down and to reflect on the messages around you and to reflect on your life. So a lot of slowing down and reflection. And then I also read that things that you should avoid doing because sometimes things can get a little bit tricky. So you don't want to do important business deals or make life-changing purchases because it can be not a very good time, I guess, to do that sort of thing. So I made a mental note and I said, okay, I'm not going to be going and buying something expensive because apparently now is not the time. So that's pretty cool. So I wanted to read the full moon in Virgo, and on the card it says, you are good enough. So that's a powerful message to take for yourself. Even if you are not a Virgo, this message can still be powerful for you at this time. I just pulled this card because it is a full moon in Virgo. So let's read what the message is. Let's see where the full moon, 78. So it says, it's time to be really honest with yourself and understand what's led you to ask your question. Have you been humbled to the point of being self-effacing? Humility is good, but it can go too far, and drawing this card suggests you may be underrating yourself. You don't have to be flash, just quietly certain that you are good enough. At the other end of the scale, you also need to honestly answer this question. Have you been too picky? The full moon and Virgo card needs some truthful answers. Once you've given them, it should be easier to see how you got where you are. Your next step should be more obvious to you. Pay attention to the details. Hard work brings results. So what I'm seeing here is that you need to basically know that you're good enough and dig deep and self-reflect. Even for the full moon, it's like self-discovery and stuff. So it says, find a balance between the cosmic and the mundane in your daily life. Additional meanings for this card: worrying too much will attract more things to worry about. We all know about the law of attraction. You don't want to attract negative things to yourself, so attract positivity. This full moon manifests the good things for yourself. Have you been overly critical? An apology may be in order. And maybe I'm hearing maybe that's an apology to yourself. Like maybe you've been too critical on yourself lately. Stop second guessing yourself. Raise your karma by doing something good for someone else. So the teaching from this card: the full moon in Virgo is a time to declutter your life, your home, and your office. It's the time to sort what's good in your life from what's not serving you. It's also the time to clear out your energies via salt baths and meditations, and to practice getting more grounded by walking barefoot. No matter when you draw this card, it's a reminder that any time is a good time to start living a healthier life. So this is a super powerful message. Clear out your house, move things around. Even today, me and my husband were moving the living room around and readjusting things. As you can tell, my background is a little bit different. We're trying to figure out where to set my desk because the way our living room is set up, it's kind of hard to set it up. So, and we have a little bit limited space in our house, but we're trying to figure it out. But it's kind of funny that it goes with that card because it's like clean out things, like rearrange stuff like that. So even decluttering like the negativity in your life, like get rid of the negativity and, like I said, move on to more positive things and really manifest that positivity towards yourself. So I wanted to pull another card here to see what another message is for you for the full moon coming up, and what you need to do to work on yourself and your energies. Because I don't think I've even done a moon oracle card for you guys yet. So just let's see what you guys need to know. What is another message from the moon that we need to know? The moon is so powerful, and lately I've been really digging deep into the energies of the moon, and I find it interesting that my daughter, well, I guess a lot of people are very affected by the full moon's energies and the energies of the moon in general, but we all know the most powerful time is when it's a full moon, and my daughter is always up, it seems. Don't let your past hold you back. South Node. Don't let your past hold you back. You need to move forward and, like I was saying, like create positive changes in your life and realize that you're worth more than what you set yourself out to be. I'm also going to read this from the book. Feeling like reading from the book today. So, to give you guys a complete definition of these cards, since these cards are still new to me. Hold on 1 second, just trying to find it. Okay. The South Node, like the North Node, is a karmic point, but it's opposite to the North Node and relates to the past, perhaps even to past lives. Whatever you're going through and whatever you're asking about, there's a chance that old age programming and conditioning is stopping you from achieving all that you might. Do you feel stuck in something? This card will often come as a sign that the situation or relationship you're asking about has somehow become suffocating, even toxic. So maybe you're going through something that's a little bit toxic to your health. And I've been saying this whole message that you need to let toxic behaviors go. And even the last card, like cleaning out old things and bringing in new energy. I keep thinking like more like maybe you could rearrange your house to like bring more of a change and like positivity and stuff. But I keep hearing a lot of stuff more like bringing in new energies and clearing out like the negative energies. So that's kind of what I'm hearing. But it also suggests that someone, you even, needs to be released. Maybe you're just being negative to yourself. Maybe like I think even in this card it was like saying to be more easy on yourself, basically. There's some kind of addiction going on or an unhealthy attachment that needs to be sorted out. One thing is for sure, when you get this card, you're being challenged to make some changes, even if staying where you are feels easier and safer. And then it gives a little affirmation: I release the past. So if you are stuck in the past or stuck in a negative cycle or a negative relationship or anything like that, say that to yourself. I release the past. I'm willing to move forward and into more positivity and love for myself because I do deserve it. So a relationship is karmic and has played out across many lifetimes. Your attraction to someone may be verging on the obsessive. Just because you can do something doesn't mean you should. The teaching, the south node, is where the moon crosses the ecliptic going south. On the horoscope chart, it shows us what we are likely to become obsessed with, but which will probably do us little or no good. The south node is the karmic astrological point that reminds us of the well-known phrase, if you always do what you've always done, you'll always get what you've always got. And that is a super powerful message to end this video with, is that if you're always doing the same thing, you are going to keep attracting that and doing the same thing over again. You're going to just be caught up in the same cycle over and over and over. And if you change it, that's when it'll change. You are good enough, and you do not let your past hold you back. I hope this reading resonated with you guys, and I was super excited to do this video. So I'm glad that you guys joined me, and I can't wait to see you guys in another reading. Bye guys.